Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and it's Saturday, which means it's time for some Minecraft. We're going to pick up where we left off with a little bit of a bonus stream yesterday where I was working on some of these shapes and scale for the Central Island, Mushroom Island Command Center. And things are starting to take shape, so to speak. I've got an idea about what I want. We've got some reference art that I'll throw up on screen for people that want to see it. And I will be messing around with potentially locating where we want to put our first couple of farms for things like rockets and concrete. And I think it's important to start thinking about our palette too, because I'd like to figure out what I need to prioritize in terms of farms for dyes and things like that. So I don't want to be stuck inspired without the materials to follow through. So the good news is we've got shulker boxes for days, so we can store and organize everything quite easily, which is nice. We also worked on a shulker box loader, thanks to some help from the Wormbo. Speaking of the Wormbo, they've subscribed at tier 1 for now 15 months. Thanks very much, Wormbo. Appreciate the early stream sub. Eclipse, good to see you. Eclipse, thanks again for that help on the Citadel Cafe podcast the other night. We were talking about the dispatch game. I think I might pick it up, and I would be curious if people here would be interested in watching me stream that game because Eclipse is playing and it's episodic. So the game has episodes that are released every Wednesday, I think you said, Eclipse. And it looks really, really cool. Right up my alley in terms of superheroes. So we'll have to see. I might have to pick a different time. It feels like it might be a late night kind of stream for that kind of stuff. Cosmic Dancer gifting a tier 1 sub to Eclipse. That kicks off a hype train, I think. Or at least it's very close to it. Yes, it did. Level 1 hype train. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left, folks. If you want to jump in, it's 100 bits or a tier 1 sub. Dan, good to see you. Silvery, hello. Mikatu is here. All the regulars kicking around in chat. Trap is here. Joel After Dark. The humor in the game might be a little bit late night, I think. But I've played Borderlands on the channel before. I just don't, I wouldn't necessarily go back to back with Minecraft. Back to back Minecraft to Satisfactory works okay. But I'm just going to sleep in game here so that it's daylight when we log in. Shadow, hello, welcome back. So yesterday we worked on this thing. And I guess I'm just going to use my camera mod for this. This is one wing of the command center. I think we're going to have 4 of them, one going in each of the cardinal directions. I'm still not sure if I've got that at the right scale, so we're going to mess around with a few things. The first thing I want to do is put some measurements down on the ground that indicate to me kind of like where we are in terms of size and scale, and I think it might be a really good opportunity to use. I think polished diorite still is not something that we can mine instantly. I think that this is still like a slow mine. Maybe not. Hold on. It's not quite as fast as stone. You know what? It's faster than smooth stone. So I think I might use polished diorite. Yeah, definitely faster because we can count that. Like that's an easy block to count because of the borders. Yeah, that is Instamine. Oh, sweet. Okay. We actually have a use for diorite. Who knew? Who knew? And then maybe I could probably use some polished granite for like marking the centers. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So once again, we've got a little hype train going at the start of the stream. Thanks very much to Cosmic and Wormbo for kicking that off. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to start to need a lot more shulker boxes for concrete too. And the other thing that I was thinking of for block palette was cyan terracotta. Don't know how much of that I have. We've got no stairs in it, but it is a nice gray block for sci-fi stuff, I think. I want to start to build out a bit of a palette where we can. I feel like this could look cool in some contexts. I like that combination quite a bit. Cosmic Dancer jumping in with 5 gifted subs. Holy crap, Cosmic. Thank you so much. Emerald Moon Moth. Incognito Simba. I think that's how you say that. Welcome in. You've got a gift sub. Shadow, you've got a gift sub. Welcome back. Noma Claro and G the Bee have all got gift subs. You can connect your Discord and your Twitch and join the Discord if you've not already. Then you can now do that. So yes, I like the idea of cyan terracotta and the white concrete. So maybe we can start to lay out. We've done some palette stuff over here. I feel like this would be a good place to put a few things. I feel like we can probably have a lot of cool designs in this way. It's also easy to mine, which is good too. Yeah. Fun stuff. So that's a level 3 hype train. We've got another 2 or 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, I guess. Thanks again, Cosmic. And for some coffee. Thanks for the lurk, Wormbo. Appreciate it. So I want to map out a few things. We've got a 31 radius from here. I'm going to double check that. 1, 2, let's see. This is easy. This is an easy one to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 31. Okay, perfect. And we'll use our polished diorite just because it is so easy to mine up. And I'm wondering, maybe we could just use, can you put hanging signs on anything? I guess we could just use regular signs. So the reason why I want to measure this out is because I've got this image. Apparently Chrome is not, there we go. So I had mapped out some pixels and did a little bit of drawing in Affinity over the top of this just to kind of get a rough idea. There's 22 of these little angled pieces in this particular image, but in the game I've only got 17. So there's 17 sections of 2. So I might have to reduce the scale a little bit. But I like the proportions of the drawing, of course, because the drawing is really, really cool. So we need to kind of experiment on the 4 different corners to see what size we like. But a lot of this is also me starting it from here when I don't know if that's where I want to start it. Maybe the inside of this is a lot smaller. So I want to make a couple of boxes on the ground here at different scales, just to kind of see what we can do. That is the end of the hype train. That was a level 2. Thanks very much, Cosmic and Wormbo. I really appreciate that. We've got some hype train emotes. If you got a new hype train emote, make sure you let everyone know. Ryu Tatsumaki, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. We are making something inspired by that. A little kind of a base. You can see a larger sort of idea in the scale, but that's kind of what we're doing. I don't know if I'm going to leave the thumbnail up or not, but we can at least pop it up when people come in and ask what's going on. L-Dog with the Prime sub. 19 months. Thanks so much, L-Dog. Really appreciate that. Thank you. So, like I said, we've got 31. I would do odd numbers. So right now that's considerably smaller than what we have on the outside, right? So this is 31, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41 is there. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 45 to here. I'm curious what a square in here would look like. So we're going to do that along here. I'm going to double check this side as well. Okay, so we're going in that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 30. So that is 31. Cool. The only thing, I don't know if it actually shows up on the map. Well, the other ones don't either. That's fine. So that might be a better footprint. We'll have to see. And of course, all the stuff that I've put up temporarily is going to be in the way. Pain. Hey, Blast Jordan, how's it going? We'll triple check this side as well. I see a lot of people that are building in Sci-fi also use polished diorite as part of their builds, and it actually ends up working quite nicely. It's not a bad texture for that kind of stuff. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Oops. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 31. Cool. Well, I can sort of scooch under here, I guess. Future Joel will be happy about past Joel's notes. Yeah. I feel like counting on stream is so tedious, and I always feel like I'm gonna make a mistake, and I agree. I think it's just better to give it a go. I need to redirect this water stream too. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 31. Cool, cool. Oh, out of diorite. There's a sentence I never thought that I would say. Let's not put it there. You have pancake silvery, I approve. Bonus points if they're blueberry pancakes. Alright, I just built this, but I'm tearing it down. MindTripMedia with the lurk. How's it going, MindTrip? Haven't seen you in a minute. Thanks for the 200 bits. Cheers. Do you have any plans on what the city could focus on? Well, it's not a city, so no. I'm not brainstorming any names. No. I'm not a big lore guy when it comes to Minecraft. I mean, West Hill is named West Hill because there's a West Hill. There's a mountain on the west-hand side of the city. That's it. And it sounded good. Turning down the glass noise was one of the best things I ever did. It might be too low for you on stream, but it's wonderful for me here in game. Not at all too loud. What's the name of the sound mod again? You need it? Sound controller. There it is there. It's got a little music note on the note block. Sound controller. It's linked in the spreadsheet, Cosmic, which you should have access to. If you do bang Joel's mods in chat for anybody that's interested, you can see the quality of life mods that we run on the Citadel. Thank you, Cosmic. I'm sure the links will be useful for somebody. I need to figure out how to get my texture working with Fusion. My old glass texture is not working. Fusion's default connected glass texture is fine. There's nothing too wrong with it. I'd like to make it a lot cleaner. I also prefer a 32-bit texture. I just realized that the shader pack makes concrete shiny. That's cool. We didn't really work with concrete that much. That's neat. It'll make concrete look like metal in this situation. What am I starting to build up a lot of? Black concrete. Gray concrete, we've got quite a bit. I feel like we have a lot of white concrete, although maybe only a couple stacks. It might not be good to do a do I not have any chests? Oh, there we go. It might not be good to do a black concrete chest. I might want to do like a gray for the black concrete. Because even the purple's kind of hard to see. Because there's so little texture. I'll have to see what it looks like in world. That's a good backup plan. Hopefully this looks okay. Probably going to be really dark at night. That's not terrible. If all the concrete's next to one another, we'll probably be able to figure that out. Hadn't appreciated how many shulker shells you had from the farm. We ran it for an hour, Cosmic. An hour. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's fine. Yeah, it might have been 90 minutes. It was like, once it ramps up, it really goes overpowered. Like, to the point where I kind of felt it's a little bit broken, right? I also used the Shulker Mite data pack to get the Shulker here, so like it really wasn't too hard at all. Which is why I'm not kicking and screaming about wanting to move it, because I feel like having to build it twice is probably good penance. That's 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41. This will also make counting a lot easier as things go on. You'll be decorating with shulker boxes. You know what? Someone mentioned that. It could be fun. I could see them as like interior details for sure. Like white panels along a wall. Because they're such a pure color, right? We're going to end up turning all of our diorite into polished diorite. Yeah, they have a nice swirl on the bottom. I don't know if I'd be using that in the sci-fi situation, but I do like that for sure. That's that side. So I can maybe try it on, put something a little bit smaller. See where 21 is. Because already this is a pretty big central room. I feel like I don't want it to be too much larger than this. So that's 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. Let's move this now. We'll grab the glass. Not the glass, sorry, the ice. I don't even know if I need to move it. I think I can just fill it in. I think we're good for quite a while. It's just currently in the way. Actually, we'll fill it in with the right stuff. How was Halloween, the Nookie? I saw your costume on Discord. That looked cool. Must have been a lot of work. Fun to wear, yeah, I imagine. I've never had like a really crazy cool costume, whether that was for Halloween or convention or anything like that. I've never actually done anything like that. I'll just... I guess we should probably put something here. I'll come up with something temporary. Chest. Sure, I've got a hopper over here somewhere. Nope. Lies. So everything comes out of here. Down light so we can see what's going on. And I think we can just... all gets fired into a stream. So we don't even really need this then. We can just remove that. And put a shulker box there. Confusing if that... I always mix up the right click, left click stuff with bundles. Cool. That takes care of that. Move the sign. What was all the water for? I thought we were going to get a trickle of shulker shells. And so the water was bringing the shulker shells into this little water elevator. And it was putting them in here. But this filled up in like 90 minutes. So the shulker farm has been off since the day we built it. We ran it for half the stream and then didn't need to anymore. I'm sure we will again. But like it's a little bit... It's a little OP. Which is fine. Like, I mean, it's part of the game. I do feel a little bit like I went into easy mode. But also, like, I get help from server mates on the server a lot. And so it's also nice to be able to pay them back with, like, goods and the shulker box. So it's kind of nice to have... It's OP for just me, but in this, as far as the server goes, it does kind of give a nice bargaining chip, I guess, for stuff like that. don't think I have any more signs. 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41. Why 41? Because it's sort of like sections of 10, but I don't want it to be an even number. I guess, wait a minute, maybe I am doing this wrong. I could do 40 because there's always going to be one in the middle. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Well, no, 41 and 41 is 82, and then that's 83. So with one in the middle, you're always going to have an odd number total. I just want all of my centers to be on odd numbers. Right, and what I wanted to see down here was maybe we should just do 20. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Essentially what I'm trying to do is work out the distance on this image. So down at the bottom here, this image is drawn in perspective. So this is coming towards you at an angle, this big wing. But down at the bottom here, I'm trying to figure out how wide this is if it was a square. Like what is one side of it? And right now, like that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I would then guess that that's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, like roughly 80. And so here, if one of these sides is 80, right, then it would be kind of out here, but I'm not sure what that looks like design-wise. That's why I thought I'd start messing things around. I guess you can't underclock hoppers. Why would I need to underclock hoppers? So what happens with the farm is that it starts to compound itself, and the shulkers start duplicating the duplicates. It's not like just one shulker gets duplicated every so often. It's like one shulker gets duplicated, and then 2 shulkers get duplicated, and then 4. And so like the farm, when it ramps up, really starts to go crazy. All right, I think 20 is going to be too close, right? I think that's the case. So let's try something different out this way. What I really should do is try to design what the footprint is going to look like. Kind of like this part. So it's like 5 up, and then 2 up, and then it goes back. Kind of like that look. It's always just one, but with more shulkers, that one hits faster and faster and faster. Yeah. Sorry. It's being duplicated by more than one. You're looking for a reasonably small shulker box unloader? Alright, what do I need? I'm gonna grab some white concrete. I'm gonna need cyan terracotta. Get more of that. Probably some sort of orange light. Do like the frog lights. What do you need for a copper bulb? Is it end rods? End rod and redstone. Not end rod, sorry. Blaze rod. Toasted Jam, hello. Westel is finished. Yeah, there's a VOD up on my channel of a tour that I did with Pixorfs. If you're curious, it's just Joel Duggan VODs. There might be a... Is there a link to the video specifically in Nightbot? I should probably make one. I guess we'll grab some polished diorite. Don't know if that's really what I want, but also deep slate. Maybe we'll just go with 40. Easy to remember. Three high. Sort of sticks out from there. So I think we can have something like that. And then from this height, goes up. I want to really have a good solid footing for this build. I want it to feel really solid into the ground, because it might end up having stuff underneath it as well. Oh, that's not the right height. Up one more. I need more white concrete. I think I'd rather have this overlap somehow. 1, 2, 3, 4. This go up 5. And that feels a little bit big, so maybe we'll knock this part off. And this is where we can start to change textures and get it to look a little bit more like some sort of clamp or footing.
Cosmic, I am more than just a speaking clock. I can make complicated calculations. Ow, ow. Okay, I'll tell him. Joel, it's break time. Jeez, when did this become my life?
Thank you, Cosmic, for the TTS sticker and the break reminder. I appreciate that. poor Claptrap. Poor Claptrap. Always the butt of Cosmic's violence. So you can sort of see things starting to take shape, especially if you imagine this being farther out like that. Unfortunately, we don't have stairs in the terracotta, so I might not make that part out of terracotta. We might end up using something else. I may have to use the dreaded blackstone in order to get something dark enough, because I don't have slabs and anything darker. Cosmic says, dude needs to learn his place. You talking about me or Claptrap? Oh, that's funny. Okay, I will take that break, as I should. Good to stick to those when you're streaming a lot. I do this once an hour, folks. If you're new, gives you a chance to go grab a drink, grab a friend, I'm trying to expand the channel and bring in more viewers. So if you would like to let a friend know that I'm streaming, please do that. I will be back in 5 or 6 minutes. Yeah, I know it would be weird to use Blackstone for me, but I definitely know that we're going to have a limited block palette in Sci-fi, and it's actually turning out to be a lot less than I thought. That's the wrong screen. I hit the wrong button. Thanks, Wormbo. So it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, maybe. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. The only thing that I am really struggling with lately is using reference art and helping the stream see what I'm doing, is that I end up leaving things up over the screen. So another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Maybe we'll go 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I usually prefer odd numbers. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then from here, it goes up in a different fashion. We've got that goes like that. That's 3, 4. Oh, crap. I'm trying out a slightly different shape here. I don't know why I keep on falling off. Holding shift. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's where we want to be. Already, I think I'm as tall as the other part. So might be a little bit too high. So let's go down by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have enough diorite for this, I don't think. Nice to be able to pick a block that I can craft in my inventory as well. How do I want to do this? 1, 2. Right. Four, 5. Oh my gosh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It gets us almost out to the same spot. It's a cooler looking design though. Does that face include leaving the face, your face on the block that you just smacked your face on? Maybe. I feel like that's pretty good. That still leaves us a decent amount of space inside. And we could change this a little bit if we needed to make that better. I want to give myself enough room for details, right? That's the thing. Which is hard when you haven't planned out all of the details. All right, let's see how wide these should be. This is on an angle, and already there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We'll call it 15. But it's probably wider than 15. It's probably more like 20 or 21 because of the perspective. So what does 21 look like as far as being the width? Having Realm of Vastin flashbacks? Yeah. It's tricky. So again, like the shape we're going for, you can sort of see like the underside of these giant wings. We can just leave that up for a little bit. So it doesn't quite come out as far, which is nice. That feels pretty good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's not, well, that's not narrow, but I might want to go farther than that. Trying to think about what the inside would look like too. So you're thinking about something this wide. The walls would be here. The inside walls would be here, I guess is what I have to worry about. It's the outside walls that we have to also consider. Yeah, that's not a ton of space. Like, let's just say I want depth of at least this, right? So this is going to be the inside space. Oh, there's a hole here. We should probably cover you up for now. Low88, how's it going? Thanks for the Prime sub. 25 months. Very much appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for the support. You drew Claptrap Toasted Jam. Nice. That's great. I don't know that I've done any Borderlands fan art, which surprises me, actually. So just imagining ourselves inside one of these things. This would be the space. Plus I'd want some sort of, well, I guess farther back they can be wider, can't they? Yeah. You know, this might end up being built at a diorite. Who knows? Trying to imagine this 30 meters in the air. I think it has to be a little bit wider. Sort of an interpretation of Claptrap. Well, that's cool. Pops Live, hello. Minrealm, welcome in. Day's going well. We're working on this sci-fi structure. Command center, as it were. far outside of this am I? Oh wow, that's going to be really wide. That's 21. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the outside. This would be the outside. I don't know. I feel like in order for this to look good with the door, I feel like it'd have to be wider than the door. And right now, the door looks like, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. At least 13 wide. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16. Don't think 16. This is 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. Yep.
Hype train, roll out. Wait, do trains roll, drive, ride? I have questions.
I don't know what you say about trains. I think they drive. I think that's what it's called. I mean, they certainly roll. But yeah, rollouts usually vehicles. And again, Cosmic Dancer, thank you for the TTS sticker. Optimus Prime, fun stuff. I mean, they chew. That's true. They do that as well. It's so hard to imagine this. This is something that Satisfactory does so much faster and better, is being able to build at scale and visualize what's going on. Yes, thanks very much, Cosmic. Yes, there's a hype train. Appreciate it. So that we've got another minute and 40 seconds left on that hype train. It's 100 bits or a tier 1 sub if you want to participate and get an emote from Twitch. And also support me along the way. That does feel kind of wide. I don't know where we are on the center. Guess we can always figure that out. The challenges of doing this stuff in survival. I guess we'll just go across this way. Cosmic Dancer, holy crap. 10 gifted subs. Soikles 708, Raison, Sancho, Bookworm 2415, Nurs, that's a fun username, Justin Tunes, Thor of Asgard, Tutwani, I hope I'm saying that right, and HHKDS. Thanks very much to Cosmic Dancer. You now have gift subs. Please feel free to thank Cosmic Dancer in chat and join the Discord if you have not already. Justin Tunes, you've got a water keystone badge, so you've probably been in the Discord before. I need to see if I can. I always find this difficult. Probably, I think 52,510. I'm pretty sure 52,510 or 52,509.5. I'm really frustrated that Zero's minimap mod doesn't tell you the block you're standing on. It tells you the block next to the block you're standing on. Like, this is 52,509.5. So we're in 509, but the minimap says we're in 510. I don't like that. Wormbo, you're pretty technical. You got any thoughts on that? Is there a setting in Zero's minimap that I can adjust? It might be able to display 0.5. I think I looked at this before. The world map. Does not appear to have any setting that changes the thing that I want. Does it round to the nearest instead of rounding towards 0 or something? I don't know. I didn't notice that. I just kind of assumed that if it says 511 or 512, that that's the block space that you're standing in, but it's not the case. Like, it says 52,510. I can put it somewhere as you can see, 52,510 on the minimap, but according to the F3, we're on 52,509.6, which is, that's just the, you know, the back and forth here, right? Which I should probably change this. $35,822. 5824. Thanks, Cosmic. Anyway, so 52,509. That's the number I wanted. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Try that again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Just arbitrarily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That doesn't seem too wide to me. I feel like that's chunky, right? I feel like that feels like this. I'm gonna find a bigger version of this thumbnail. Hold on. Let's. Hard to see in the rain, of course. You forget how weird these early stages in a Minecraft build are. Hey, thanks very much for the hype train, folks. That's twice today. I really appreciate it. I got a new emote. It's a little crying cat. Hope you enjoy yours. And again, thank you ever so much for the support. Cosmic, Low, and I think that was all that was on the hype train this time around. Yeah, I think I like the beefiness of this a little bit better. Take this out now. Yeah, I don't mind the planning stages too. That's why I like sharing this kind of stuff, because I don't think it gets shared a lot. But I feel like by having this stuff farther back, it gives us a little bit more design freedom. So you can sort of see, I'm gonna go the other side. Let's pop over here. Sort of see this in silhouette. It might be a little bit difficult with the beacon in the way. But if we look at this, so what I tried to do was design some sort of like foot heavy clamp idea, come up and go in all the way back to here, then come back up this way, out 7, and then up. This is 22 of these, but I only did 17 in the world, and then we just did the width of it. So the idea is this kind of comes down and goes over flat for a very long way, and then there's a smaller inset piece, and then another smaller inset piece inside of that. So I think that could look really, really cool. I'm just trying to figure out like where to start is kind of like where I want to be in this space. I feel like we're pretty good on the 40 as the basic edge of the wall is where this is here. So if we went and grabbed this other side here, I think this is, yeah, we're just inside this line. $31, $32, $33, $34, $35, $6, $7, $8, $9, $40. That's still a pretty wide base. But again, like I'm thinking about the depth of the wall and what that then gives us for inside space. So if this is 40 coming to here, then this space can be probably between 5 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was close. And that brings us into this inside. So that still gives us a lot of room. And not to say that this has to be just a small door. We could also have a corridor. And that would leave us some room in here as well. I like the idea of the gate maybe being inset. So maybe like the gate isn't actually here at the front. Maybe the gate is somewhere over here. Goes up. So maybe the door doesn't actually happen right here. Like maybe the door is inset. So then the door part could actually be here. Yeah, I think I like that. So then again pushes us in. So that's why I want to make sure I've got enough space for all this kind of stuff. Is it going to be the same on all 4 sides? Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. It'll have some subtle differences. I like the idea of putting a different number on each wing. Maybe we'll have like 1, 2, 3, 4, north, south, east, west, that kind of thing. I do wanted to make it pretty symmetrical. Plus, that means a lot less design time, right? Yeah, switching to Dalara was a good idea. It's so much faster to remove. And this is currently 12, I think? No, 11. That could work. So you can sort of see the idea of an inset door. And then here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we would kind of position these so that it would be a little bit more even. And then I also want to take some of these off the corners. So how much did we take off the other one? I feel like it was 12 or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey, that's a pretty good memory. My Twitch is linked to Discord, but when I hit join, I got missing access. It could be that it's just happened in the last few minutes. Reconnecting your account would be a good way to go. But yeah, reconnecting is usually a good... It's kind of like turning it off and turning it back on again, right? Ray's on. Hello. How's it going? Did you catch the spiel earlier about joining the Discord, Ray's on? That reminds me. I meant to announce earlier, because I have not actually done it yet. I'm so behind this week, it's kind of silly. One thing I've been talking about, but I've made the decision that as of today, I will be adding a small bit of Discord access to the free tier on Patreon. The only thing it's going to be is just the announcements channel. But what's nice about that is that the announcements channel is hooked up to Twitch in Discord. So when I go live, there's a notification in the announcements channel that says everyone, like tags everyone, Joel's live, here's the link. So if you're frustrated with trying to catch me live relying on Twitch or Twitter or Blue Sky or Instagram, you can just join the Patreon for free and get a little access to the Discord and just use it as like a notification thing. So I haven't set it up yet, but I'm doing it today. That's happening today. So if you're watching this later, then there will be a benefit to being a free patron on my Patreon server. Yeah, desktop is definitely better than mobile. That's right, Cosmic. Twitch on mobile is just hot garbage these days. So we probably want this to be at least 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. This is where I find the map mod that I'm using is essential. And it doesn't add anything to gameplay. Like you can't use it to, you know, it doesn't give you more blocks, but it gives you like a top-down view of stuff. I feel like that might be too small. Wait a minute, that's the inside. I did the wrong corner. Crap. Whoops. I did the wrong corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it looks like it could be a time thing or a reconnecting thing. Yeah. Unfortunately, you just have to be a bit more patient with it. I wish it was faster. With Patreon, you get access immediately. As far as the free part goes, when I have that hooked up. But a Patreon membership also gets you access immediately because it's handled by a bot. It's handled by a Discord bot. Yeah, I feel like that could work. It's this distance that I'd be curious about. So sometimes the diorite looks good, sometimes it doesn't. On its own, it's okay, but then as soon as you put it next to white concrete, it's just like, no. So the distance here from the door to the edge is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3. 23 is a nice number in Minecraft. So we could put probably 2 of those little clamps, or just that one clamp. Did I put that in the middle? I might have put that in the middle just by pure accident. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you know what? That's starting to feel pretty good. That's starting to feel pretty good. I like that. And we could make the door a little bit wider if we needed to, or add some layers to it. But I feel like that's good. Canada Raz, hello, hello. This building will be epic. I can't wait to see it take shape. Thanks. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too. So if we do come in here by a bit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if it'll be 6. It may be more like 5. Then the depth of this would also be something to consider. I know I need more mycelium to fill in these holes. Then the actual depth of the door is, let's go with 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So the experience of walking in would be like this inset door. And then you're going to go through the actual door, which could be very deep. And then on this side, you end up with what would be probably at least a little bit of depth for a door on this side. So even 5. So it's not going to be much larger than what we have. Like when you start to accounting for all the depth we want for detail, I think it's going to be not ginormous. Like it'll be big, but it's not going to be something that on the inside feels terrible. And I still think this is large enough that we can come in for a landing and not feel like we're going to bash our heads, right? Pretty easy. And the size of this could change a little bit. Like we might want to have the door opening be a little bit wider so that we could have what looks like a door sort of like partially down, you know? Like if we wanted to have the door have a block, I'll just use stone. Like say there was a door that was hanging down at this size. Right? As if it's been left open. And then it would like, the idea would be, it would be shut, like roll shut, like a garage door maybe. We could use iron blocks or some other cool texture. Toasted Jam, take care, have a good one. Thanks for being here, really appreciate it. Reconnecting was the trick, you got it, Justin. That's awesome. Welcome in to the Discord. Hey, Blue Crow, how's it going? Yeah, I like that. So I think that that kind of gives me enough room. I feel like that's the right size up there. So the real trick is then, if that's the size up there, how big are all these other parts of it? Right? So this part is going to get more narrow.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to explore. Wait, no. Wrong script. Joel, it's break time. Make it so.
Thanks very much, Cosmic, for the Patrick Stewart TTS sticker and the Break Reminder. Appreciate that. That's not where I was expecting that to go. I was expecting it to be a lot more sarcastic, but I'll take it. Thanks for the reminder and again for the support. Folks, I do this once an hour. It is right on time to step away for a bit. I'll be back in 5 or 6 minutes to continue with brainstorming the scale of this command center. So I think it's starting to come together, but I do have a few more measurements I want to kind of map out. So I'll be right back. Still can't sleep the rain away, so not a thunder shower. Yeah, I feel like that's a decent distance. I think we're not going to shoot ourselves in the foot in terms of the depth. One measurement, though, I want to figure out is there's a straight shot that goes along here. Make sure I have enough diorite, which I don't. Okay. Because this first floor is actually really not that tall as far as the design goes. So this this large angled arm has a couple different layers to it, and I want to figure out how far back it's going to go. It looks like it goes back quite a way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, probably 30 in total. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. $20. 30, and that's 31. Maybe a little bit farther. Although, now we're starting to get into the center. This is only the outside part of it, but it's still going to be visible. Yeah, I feel like I might have to make an executive decision here on... Yeah, that gets way close to the middle. So that's going to be too much. We'll have to make that a lot smaller. Otherwise, it's not going to feel very substantial. Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad I checked that. I think that's the one thing that's going to be hard to get, is like the mass of this to get it down at the scale I want. I'm going to try to stay close to the shape of the image. I'm kind of sizing it down a little bit, because it was just one of the things I didn't like about this side. When I threw this side up, I started really far out, and it just feels like it reaches just so far. Whereas over here, I feel like this is a little bit better. Like it's out here, but there's a lot of depth going on. And so rather than starting the angle right there, I started it a lot farther back. But rather than starting it, I think it was here. Right, we started it back here. So it's not quite the same. It's going to be a little stubbier, I guess, is the idea. It's also going to be smaller, so this inside part is not going to be there. So like this part back here is actually going to be somewhere else. I'd imagine maybe 3 blocks in. Right, so that's going to be on the inside like that. And it will have lots of layers of detail in there. And the idea was that this back part would then be vertical. And it would go out here, I guess. And so then this would end up stopping somewhere around there. And even then we might have to make that a little bit less obvious. Whoop, there's a giant hole here. Alright, let's throw in a little bit more up here just to kind of see how this is going to go. So again, if we're looking at like this front part, I feel like that sticks out a little bit more. So maybe it goes in by one. And then the glass could go there. 2, 3. Well, that's only 2. Sort of has that kind of inlaid glass part to it. Oh, wait a minute. That is not the right thing at all. What am I doing? I got way ahead of myself. Way ahead of myself. What a catch. 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So again, we might have to scale this down a little bit. But I think that could work. Messed up on one of these though. Go big or go home, go big or go huge. Yeah. I seem to have this problem. I get an idea in my head. I have no idea how far this would go back, but probably all the way over there. Yeah, it might be a little bit on the stubby side. Sometimes you have to throw in a line of blocks just to kind of see what it looks like, right? You found a mushroom island the size of a small country. Stands to reason you're going to go and build gigantic things. I mean, right. I've got the room to make these really cool builds that I don't have to light everything up on them. So I'm quite happy about that. Yeah, that's going to be a little on the stubby side. You can sort of see the profile of what I'm going for. Like up here, in for the window, up again, and then back. I've simplified it a little bit right now. See if I can get this in the right spot. Sort of. Like you can sort of see what I'm going for, right? Like it's not exact. Again, it's hard because the illustration is not a profile view. It's a perspective shot. So yeah, this might not have quite the same vibe. I may have to push this a little bit larger, but that's the idea, is that I can do another one of these over here and probably go from there. I think the thing for me right now is that I really want to establish the bottom. I think the bottom is where I really want to make sure I can roll forward. I also don't want to be spending months on just this one build, right? Like I'd like to expand and do more. Yeah, it looks a bit fat. Yeah, like it looks a little bit stubby. Yeah, I think so too. Some of that is because I've scaled it down. I could take this out further. And like, for example, these little sections of 2, there's only 17 of these here. In this reference, there's 22. So like I've taken it down by 20%, 25%. So that might be something we have to change. But in terms of the bottom, I think I like the feel of this. Is the top looking like it's going to run into build height? Oh god, no. We're at 70. Build height's 256 or something. Yeah, I like this scale. So let's do another 8 this way. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did that wrong. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Don't remember how this was. Was it 7? It was 7. Eclipse, it's going okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Going all right. I don't want to tear this down, but I think I have to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Forgot that this is the wrong width over here. Maybe not. Yeah, I never build that high either. I shouldn't say never. I've just never had the opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I definitely did something screwy here, so I'll have to double check this later. Let's move you. So if this is 40 and that's the center, we just have to count 40 out this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Haha. Still don't think it's right. I'll double check another measurement, but closer. I'm going to double check that anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Yep. Minimap is invaluable for this kind of stuff. 100%, right? This just becomes such a... The map and the minimap become such a cool thing. It was really good for when I was doing curved roads in Westhill as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so this is wrong. Cool. I'm definitely starting to feel the scale of the island and the scale of the build. It's almost far enough where I want to take a rocket back to the bed. I don't know why, but it's so hard to count blocks in game. I agree. That's why the map really helps. Plus, if you wanted to really take your time, you could put down different blocks. Like I could be putting down 2 different kinds of blocks here that you could see and count on the map. And like, I mean, the diorite is all one color, but if I was doing an alternate diorite and granite, then you'd be able to see them and count them. I think I have to move the nether portal. Hopefully it'll still connect. Can I do that? I need to get some stuff out of the way. I feel like there's a few things that are just kind of like clouding my vision, or at least hindering my progress in terms of being able to lay down the lines the way that I want. If we were to move this, where would we move it to? Well, first, I guess I can just double check to see if it's even on the right coordinates. I could move it underground, if nothing else. Uh, 65, 62. And 4471. Anybody want to do the quick math on a calculator for me? For large distances, I often count chunks instead of blocks, or use light matica selection. Yeah, that's true too. That's a good way to do it. You can count. So this highlights chunks in the map. So that's 16 by 16. So that's one way to do it too. You could also use, I could use, this is showing the beacon radius, but you could also create a shape with whatchamacallit, mini HUD. So I have to multiply those numbers by 8, correct? $52, $496. And 4471. $35,768. I think that's one of the things that I really wish they would do in the F3 screen is put commas after the thousands. I think that would be a lot more useful, easier to read. So 54,496. We can absolutely move that. Oh wow, wait a minute. That might be completely wrong. It might be 55,496. $35,768. 562. $52,496. Really? How's it 1,000 blocks off? I typed it wrong. 52,496, not 54. 52,496. 52,496. And 35,768. So we could technically move the nether portal over here. That seems like a really strange move. Thanks, Wormbo. Yeah, I got there. Typo on my part. Strange that it's so far off, but I'll roll with it. I'm assuming some of that went through the portal. Nether side may not have found the perfect match yet. Oh yeah, it's a garbage start. That's for sure. It's not a great nether portal. I'm eventually going to make it in a much better location. for now. So I guess the glass noise for the portal is a different file. That was loud compared to breaking glass. At least with a beacon, this is not as painful as it could have been. We'll just put a temporary portal up. Just to make sure it works, just in case we need to go to the Nether for anything. I'm not sure what that might be, but this is probably going to be out of the way until we move that. I never thought we're probably going to be facing the funny direction. Nope. That works. Cool. What's wrong with the square portal? People don't like square portals? Square portals just look a bit strange. Oh, it's fair. I mean, it doesn't look like a door, right? Oh. Alistair's portals on the Citadel are all circles. he's made stargates out of everything. That's good. That's one thing that's out of the way. I can move this as well. So the idea here will be to try a slightly different scale on this side, and that way, when we get to it, we can compare which one will look better. This side is going to need some land removed too. That's 31, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. All right, we were already there. Nice. And it's 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. And this is why I'm very happy we decided to switch to direct. This actually makes me dizzy sometimes, just going sideways and placing blocks. There's something about the texture going by. It depends on the texture. Alright, farm's going to be in the way. I regret getting a little excited and creating a lot of these temporary farms. Actually, no, wait. Maybe that won't be in the way. Whoop, I knew that was going to happen. I don't need another event. Thanks very much. Not the lava again. Yeah, right? I think I would have learned my lesson. What did I do over here? I think it was in 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go with 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go with wider as well. We'll go 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 block. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the door will be there. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Door. Door was at least 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I should start moving some of these things underground. Eclipse, thanks very much. Appreciate you being here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why did I really did not count very well over here, did I? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like that better. And then potentially be there. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be a subtle difference, but it's going to be a wider door. Sort of has more of a bunker feel to it. It's subtle, But like, that's the look of that. And then if I fly over to the other one, much smaller. There's 7 there instead of 8. So that messes up that a little bit, but we can probably figure that out later. You can sort of see the footprint of what I want to put down. So like there's a door in there, comes out, there's like some cool detail, goes across at an angle, there'll be more detail there, and then this just repeats. Now it's off center, but like it'll just repeat with like the overlay detail, door, same idea. So it's not going to be a flat edge. I want it to kind of like funnel into the door, come out, and then go around. So it's not a circle, it's not a hexagon, but it'll have some details that are kind of like funnel the player into the door. But I still think that gives us a decent amount of space on the inside here. I may start to expand this a little bit as well. Anyway, I think that's probably a pretty good spot to wrap up, because I do have some other work, unfortunately, that I have to do, and I need to have probably a little bit of time with the pixel art to see if I can't figure out a nice proportion for what I want. Right now, as we discussed, it doesn't quite have the same feeling. It's a little bit stubby. I think it needs to be farther away from center, I think is the basic gist of it. What I do like is the size and shape of this part. I just think that needs to be like out here, right? One of the things that we could do to make that longer but not have it go higher is change these from being 2 wide to 3 wide. So it'll change the angle. So when you're looking at this, I 2 is pretty good. Like, I think that's a pretty good approximation, but we could try a version that's 3 and see if that looks a little bit nicer. Because again, this is on an angle coming towards us, so that might actually be a steeper angle if you looked at it sideways. So yeah, there's some things that we can do to make it longer, and to, again, someone earlier said that it looks kind of fat. So one of the things we could do to make it look less fat without making it any higher would be just to change the angle. So that'd be a lower angle, and we would end up like out here, but without being higher. It would just be like this part here would just translate horizontally out that way. So that's something we can try. And what I'll do is I'll probably try it on this side, and so that way we can compare the two and see which ones we like better. So anyway, the sun's going down, so I'm going to pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft on their Saturday. If you have any recommendations, please feel free to toss those in chat. I will also go over the list of people that I know are streaming and pick one from there, or from you, depending on who's live. Let me just see what's up here. Need my other window. Which following. We've got Tango's doing a Patreon tour. I'm not seeing very many people playing Minecraft at all. Quiet weekend, I guess. Quiet weekend. We'll raid Tango. I haven't had a chance to raid Tango in quite a while. Cool. Patreon Halloween tour. That's fun. Cool. We'll send you over there. Once again, folks, thank you ever so much for a fantastic week. I really appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the views coming in for the new schedule. We're streaming at 9 o'clock during the week, 9 a.m. Atlantic. There is a time change this weekend that happens tonight. So depending on where you are in the world, that 9 a.m. might shift. But I do post when I go live in Discord, and you can keep tabs on that for free if you go over to patreon.com/JoelDuggan. Join the free part. You get access to the announcements channel in the Discord when I turn it on later today, and you'll be able to track when I go live. If you want to join the Discord, it's only $2 a month on Patreon. It's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. It's less than a cup of coffee at most places. And the more of you that decide to do that, the more that you can hang out in the Patreon chat and on Discord, and the more that I can stream. So if you like this kind of content, if you want to see more of it, if you want to track along as I build this Sci-Fi Command Center, then check it out, patreon.com/JoelDuggan. Cosmic Dancer, thanks you for moderating today. Thanks to Sandy for moderating all week. And thank you for the support this week as well, Cosmic. I really appreciate it. And to everybody that used a gift sub or a sub or whatever it is that you did today, I really, really appreciate it. You all are awesome. Check out the Spawn Chunks, which is recording early this week, tomorrow. So that'll be up on your feeds either Sunday or Monday. But for the people that are part of the Spawn Chunks Discord, recording is live tomorrow. Those schedule changes are in the Discord for you to follow. So I will see you then. Bye for now.